will say this about Governor Perry. I think he's got a great track record in Texas when it comes to creating jobs, and this election is going to be about the economy. Under President Obama's policies, America has lost nearly 2 million jobs. Under Governor Perry's leadership in Texas, they've created 1 million jobs. The reality is Governor Perry understands what President Obama seemingly doesn't, that government doesn't create jobs. We need the private sector to create jobs. Governor Perry understands we can't raise taxes, we can't spend, bar our way into prosperity. There are going to be a lot of other issues that are certainly going to be important, but this election is about the economy. I think this election needs to be a comparison between Governor Perry's track record in Texas versus what President Obama has done. He passed a stimulus bill that didn't create jobs, didn't lower unemployment. They promised would keep unemployment below 8%, didn't do that. They're back with a second stimulus bill. I don't think, all it's going to do, I think, is lead to more debt for our children and grandchildren. So I think Governor Perry's best strategy, both not only in the election but in governing, is to emphasize the contrast between his record on spending, on taxes, on job creation with the current White House occupant, with our current president's philosophies. I think the more he does that, the better he'll do in the campaign, but I think also the better he'll do as president.
Yeah, and and you're right. He's had scored points during the debate on the economy, and it's arguably a strong point. But are you afraid that these other questions about immigration that seem to be hamstringing him, are you afraid that it's going to take away from focus?
Not at all. Not at all. There are going to be all kinds of questions asked to Governor Perry about his record as governor. He's been governor almost 11 years of a large state with a complicated economy. I'm probably not, I know I'm not going to agree with him 100% of the time, and that's okay. The reality is, the reason I endorsed him is I think this election, the most important issue in this election is the economy. I think that you couldn't ask for a starker contrast between Governor Perry's understanding about the need to empower American families, to give them the economic freedom to make choices for themselves. He understands that the more government spends, the less free we are. I think Governor Perry understands that, but even more importantly than his philosophy, his ideology, is he's got a proven track record. You look at Texas, they surpassed New York now to have the second largest economy in the country under Governor Perry's leadership. They've created in the last 2 years over 40%, almost half the jobs created in America. So I think that the more the country learns about his leadership and what he plans to do to help grow our economy again, the better he's going to do in these campaigns.